the window had been busted out and part of our gear had been stolen.
There's nowhere to play up here at all.
I'm just going to throw this out there that it almost sounded like you were kind of the dark side sometimes of the scene.
At the end of it, our bass player told us, like, he just looked at us, he's like, yeah, this is my last show.
We were debating whether to whip this guy's ass or not.
Hey, everybody, this is Brandon alongside my co-host, Ed.
Hey.
Tonight we're going to be talking with a guest named conspicuously Brandon as well. Convenient. Try not to get too confused on this one. But he comes from the band Heavy Lies the Crown, and they're pretty badass, so we do recommend that everyone go and check them out. But other than that, how's shit going for you, Ed?
Not bad.
Any thing kind of bust your balls here lately?
Cracking one open for the homies. Hold on. Yeah.
Here's one with me.
I got a chocolate porter from Holland, Michigan. Whatever.
And I'm a puss and have a can of Mountain Dew. Fucking extreme.
That's a lot of caffeine to be drinking this late, but I guess what? You're a night owl, so it's okay, right?
I try not to be, but my kids decide that I am.
So I wanted to start with a little rant before we get on the interview, right? So I've been seeing a lot of viral pictures and video about, well, not necessarily video, but big long posts about how somehow these venues get away from taking a percent of the merch. And I don't know if this is real, and maybe there'll be bands on here that actually can confirm this, because it's never happened to us. We're small time potatoes. But what kind of fuck would you be to take money out of a pocket of a small band to do that? I don't like, did you get turned away from some big band and you're crybaby because they didn't give you a free shirt? I don't understand that.
This must be a new thing, because I've heard about it, but I haven't encountered it. But I haven't done shit in 3 years. So I don't know if this is after Beast effect or what.
I've never encountered this to begin with, because we're small. Like I said, we're small time band, but like, I think it'd make more sense if it's a pop artist, because fuck those people. They got a lot of money out their ass. And like, you're allowed to take advantage of them because they have a lot of money, but they also have lawyers. So I don't really know. I'm hoping a listener or a future band comes on here and says, this has happened to me, and we can talk a bunch of mad dog shit about a place like that. I feel like they should be called out. That's not cool, man.
Any venue that's trying to take a cut of the band's own merch sales is pretty fucking stupid, in my opinion, because that has nothing to do with them. That's no different than them having to pay a band for coming and bringing people to their show. Why should they take a cut of the band's merch?
Right. You're basically there to sell out drinks anyway. I mean, they're mostly in bars, unless it's an all ages show. And like,
are they going to give them a cut of the bar sales? I mean, what's the fucking difference?
Shit.
What's the fucking difference? I want a 5% of every beer that you sell.
No shit. Then we'd be all making a lot then.
That doesn't ever happen, though. You're very rarely getting paid as it is.
Sure. But yeah, anyway, anybody listening, just any future people, has this happened to you? Let us know about this. I really want to hear about it. Get down to the dirty.
And again, out there to everyone that is listening, this is Dark Side of the Scene. Thanks for checking us out. We're going to get it into this episode here in a few minutes, but if you would like to be on a future episode, send an email to brandon@darksideofthescene.com, and we can get you scheduled for a future episode. And while you're listening to us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, follow us, whatever you got to do. You can find us on Facebook. Follow us there. We're pretty cool guys, so we think. I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah, some people probably think we're douchebags.
Actually, well, now that you say that, you can contact me, but I would probably send you to Brandon, because he's got a better calendar to keep track, because I can't tell my head from my ass daily.
I've got so much shit going on between everything else, doing this, doing another podcast, got kids in all sorts of sports, so and working full time. It's chaotic, but I figure it out.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to be joined tonight by another Brandon. So I think we're going to go ahead and have a couple more sips of our beverages, and then I'm going to send him an invite over. So sit back and relax because it's about to take off here in a second.
Yeah.
We're joined now by Heavy Lies the Crown. Guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming out and talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
I was hoping someone would say something. Damn.
We weren't aware that the whole band was going to be on, so earlier we said we're going to be bringing Brandon on, and I guess he had a surprise for us. The rest of the guys are here.
Yeah, I think the only person that's not well, Ted's not here, our guitarist, and I think he doesn't know that he's supposed to be here or something. I think he's sitting at band practice right now, just like
wondering where we are.
wondering where we're all at. We got a show this weekend, and he obviously is determined to play it.
What a guy. When he's not making burritos, he's shredding.
A burrito shreddo.
Where's your guys show up?
KZ or Kalamazoo.
Nice.
I was actually gonna head up there and watch you guys, but my wife decided to have a birthday and shit. Damn it.
Oh yeah. Fuck her, you know.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
Damn birthdays, man.
Why'd you have to be born? Anyway,
In particular.
what's up, guys? My name's Ed, and Brandon said hi too. So yeah, I'm just kind of the flunky on this show.
Okay.
So we'll get this shit started. What's some of the things you guys got going on, like band wise, and then we'll dive into some of the issues you've had over the years being in bands. But I don't want to jump right into the bad things. Let's talk about some positives. I know you guys just released a song. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, recently we've just been recording a lot. Took a break from shows for a few months, but we're trying to get back at shows and get this album released. We should be releasing fairly soon.
You sound
guys
Canadian.
Right?
He sounds Canadian. Sorry.
Do you guys
Sounds
record
Canadian.
yourselves, or do you
Hey.
go to a studio, or how do you do that?
Well, I thought I was doing a really good job when I was recording myself or ourselves, whatever. And we just sent it to one of my buddies that's helping me out through the process of mixing this EP demo, whatever you want to call it. And it sounds like absolute trash because he just sent something today and he only took like 3 hours and he sent it back and it was like fucking god tier. And like what I was doing was like I thought was awesome and it just sounded like absolute shit. So basically we'll be tracking our shit and then sending it to him from now on.
Hey man, A for effort, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I have respect for anyone that's willing to record their own selves, but also able to recognize the fact that you probably want someone else to look at it too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, we just came out with the newest single, God's Butter, which sounds like shit, like I said, but it's, you know, something to look forward to in the future for the next album or demo, like I said. Another single's coming out in a week again. We're doing that, you know, stupid ass quick release bullshit. Just like Sleep Token is doing week after week until we have nothing left.
How many songs are you guys planning on releasing?
Single wise, probably 3, and then a full EP or demo, which would be like 5, I guess. And then the full album, maybe like a month later, actually recorded nicely, like I said.
Right on.
Yeah.
Have you guys, I know you said you've been sending the stuff off now, just your buddy, but have you ever tried to go to a studio prior to any of this, or have you always just kind of done your own thing?
Well, in the last lineup that we had, our guitarist, he did all the recording and did a fucking wonderful job at it. And then I'm like, I'm gonna fill his shoes, and I just can't. He did a wonderful job. So like the last album we did called Knuckle Butter, that was all him. Mastering from somebody else. I don't even know who it was mastered by. I'm terrible at remembering anything. So, but yeah, it was he did a wonderful job. I'll give him credit. Nathan Switzer. There you go.
What's with the theme with the butter? You guys like butter up there?
No comment.
Yeah.
Apple butter, God's butter. There will be more butters.
I can
Oh, yeah.
actually weigh in on this one. Ever
Sure.
since high school, we've had a thing about naming our songs just silly, random things, just so we can remember them, and then we never get in the habit of renaming them something serious. So
I can
they just stay
relate.
with their at.
I can relate because when I make like demos for my band, I come up with the dumbest things in my head at the time. Like I can't say some of them right now, but like I have one called like the current one I'm working on is called Hard Ride 45, and it's about someone I work with who like looks a lot older than 45. So I don't she doesn't have a podcast. Yeah, I'm not worried about getting in trouble there, but I just
Yeah.
said it. Whoops.
I was gonna say,
Whatever.
that's actually a decent name for a song too. So I
Hard
wouldn't
Ride 45.
I couldn't
can
ever
relate,
talk
though.
about the ones that we had because again, they would be not appropriate for anyone else to know about.
We have a few of those as well.
They're nothing like bad, like anything that rather. I know everyone's thinking, oh, probably racist or something. No, it's just one was called like fuck bitches. Like it's just
Yes.
it had nothing to do with the song. It was literally just something we called, and we had another one called. Actually, we did a different band I was in. We left it called Vaginal Blood Fart. We just called it VBF.
Sick.
Yeah. We didn't ever name it anything. It's like, we'll just old VBF.
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I think we had one called Giga Titties once.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Giga
Surpri-
Titties,
I'm surprised that didn't make a hit. That'd be a hit song right there.
right?
Yeah.
I think the very first band I was in, and this was fucking 20 something years ago at this point, we had a song called Cunt. I was like, well, can't really say this out live. We're like teenage kids, but everyone come listen to the song. It's named Cunt.
We're sending a message.
You look around for your mother while you say it. Oh, shit.
My mom doesn't come to my shows still, so I'm not worried.
My parents
So-
have never attended a single show that I've played a lot around here, and they've never once showed up.
Holy shit.
I'm a disappointment, I guess.
I guess I am too then. Shit. Thanks, Mom.
I've had some other family members show up, but none of my my parents, neither one of them have showed up. Oh well.
It's wrong.
So
Well, I have a-
go ahead.
Sorry. Before we start, with the bad stuff. So like I believe you guys are up in the UP, correct?
Yes, right on the tip.
That's
Only-
insane. Because like I'm sure you got a lot of stories you're ready to tell us because I don't even know like if they even heard of metal up there. I mean, it just seems like desolate
Yeah.
pine tree. It's a nice up there, mind you, but like I'm really interested in hear you guys' stories because of where your location is, honestly.
And I'm
So-
interested if you've ever seen a Sasquatch, but that's for a different time.
Oh no, don't get us started on Sasquatch.
Hey.
Sasquatch.
My other podcast is
He's the base.
all about weird shit like that. Aliens, Sasquatch, you name it, we talk about it. So
Yeah, right.
Aliens.
what's some of the things that you guys experienced being in a band up that way?
There's nowhere to play up here at all. Besides Sioux, Canada. They asked us a lot over like right over the border to play literally like 6 shows. And we're just like, we can't cross because we can't.
How far
Because
is
of the beast.
Oh no. How far is that?
Well, I don't know. I haven't crossed in literally probably like freaking 20 years, but it 45 minutes to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan,
Mm.
and then cross the bridge is probably 10 minutes maybe. I don't even know.
If you can cross the bridge that quick,
Yeah.
sometimes they hold you up for a minute.
Tear your car completely apart.
Completely.
Or you suspect anything.
But other times they'll just let you go right on through and you're fine with it. I mean, you're in and out, and I I've only done it once. I did it in a day. It took me an hour and a half from where I was at to get there.
Yeah.
And then
Do you have to have your passport and everything just to get into Canada?
not entirely. You can do the passport, but up here we can have an enhanced driver's license, which just lets us get through.
I haven't looked into that. in so
That's
long.
fucking fancy. Are you allowed to smile on that one too?
No, you
So-
gotta act Canadian. I don't even know what that means. Don't even, bleep that out.
Nope, you said it. It's going on there.
Fucker.
You signed that
We can't-
agreement.
We
God
can't.
damn it.
We can't afford bleeps. We're like low budget right now.
Right.
Super low budget.
Put a guitar squealy in there.
Like that fuck.
Down here, we have to.
No, but
debug
everywhere,
it.
basically, if we want to play a show, what is Saginaw away from us? Like 4 hours?
About 4 hours.
So it's about 4 hours away just for us to go play a show. And yeah, so that's what we do.
Grand Rapids is probably the closest we've been, isn't it?
No, Gaylord.
Gaylord.
Oh yeah, Gaylord. We played a show in Gaylord, which is only an hour away. That was badass too, I'll tell you that. Holy fuck. We thought it was gonna be like a hick ass stupid thing. And it was a hick ass stupid thing that was badass. It was so sweet.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty cool.
Michigan Hicks is different than Southern
We did a
Hicks.
hometown show once, but
Does that count? Because we made it.
well, I don't even know if you call it a hometown show. It was more like a bunch of bands, everybody got together featuring us for one song.
We hosted that one show too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
one
thought that's
too.
what you
Right, right.
That was cool. Just a bunch of like fucking 100 stoners that just
Showed up for us. But basically all our friends, family.
But yeah, we're supposed to be talking shit. We're a shit talking band, right?
Hey,
Let's go.
well, you're talking about the shit, like the further drives.
Right.
So, for example,
Yeah,
like
so,
how far is Kalamazoo
yeah, it's
from you?
just with gas prices and overpriced hookers, it's terrible to have to go to Grand Rapids or Saginaw or Battle Creek or whatever to go play. It's just a long trip, and I have narcolepsy. If you ever know what that is, you pass out while in a car. So try driving the whole band, and they're like, "Wake the fuck up!" So you gotta wake up, all the time.
Why do they make you drive? Isn't that like
I don't
the
know.
band thing?
They know my condition.
So you like to die? Okay, cool.
We live on the edge, okay?
They live
That's the
dangerously.
secret. He
That's-
won't let
that's-
any of us drive.
That's pretty metal.
No, it's
500 medal points if you almost kill somebody. 1,000
Almost
if you
kill
kill the whole
someone.
band.
whole band. There's a gold star.
Nice.
No, it's yeah. Anybody want to talk?
I mean, really, like, at least for like shows, really the only like kind of shittier one was in Grand Rapids.
Mhm.
We almost had
Just-
one down in Indiana once.
Oh yeah,
Or was it Ohio? One of the bottom states down there.
yeah, I think it was Indiana.
Just
What neck of
barely
the woods
got-
of Indiana?
I think it was probably me that tried to get you, but I'm not sure. One of you were busy.
That's why it was a shit show. Woo! No
Yeah, that's
one
true.
else went woo. Fuck you guys.
Oh, sorry. No, because
Thank you.
I looked it up. It was like 5 hours for you. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Maybe I should like have him sleep in my garage, just stay the night or something.
Right, we would have
Right,
done it
right.
no matter what, most likely. To be honest,
Yeah,
we play a show no matter what. We don't give a fuck about travel. Honestly, it's
That's
fun
really
as
cool.
hell.
yeah. That's pretty positive that you guys are willing to do that. Just fucking go really far because, yeah. So
Well, we
there's
come
no.
from-
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry,
No,
Go on.
sorry.
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 No, but we come from nowhere. Like legitly, there's nowhere to play. We've talked to every bar in town, which is only like 3, maybe 4. And we talked to there's nowhere to play up north, really. We're in the UP, Upper Peninsula. I don't know if you know, I guess I should have said that. Yeah, there's nowhere to play. And so like when we get the opportunity to play in front of people, it's like that is super badass because like even fucking we played that show in Battle Creek there.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun as fuck, but guess what? Their fucking heaters, their AC was down and like it was 99 degrees or some shit.
Dude, that show was fucking roasting. I don't even know how I'd not passed out. I was there.
That was wild. That was wild.
That is wild.
It was
But-
a fun show.
Yeah.
I really energetic. There was like no crowd there besides the bands, maybe their wives or girlfriends, and like a couple others. But it was still a great show.
No, it was somehow. Somehow it was.
It was. It was like I don't know.
Stripped out of everything. It's so hot there.
So, is there anything like, well, okay, aside from driving and the gas, anything negative that you came across that you didn't really expect, like when you're like, oh my fucking god, why do we do this?
Oh,
Or something
yeah.
random, some random event.
Yeah, me and Kid got one. We were driving back from a show not too long ago, and the car we were in just, oh my god, it got destroyed. It started making more god awful
Dude,
noise.
that was the Battle Creek show, right?
No, that was the Grand Rapids show.
Battle Creek one that broke down too. You and Ted?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it broke down the
yeah,
whole
we-
shows, and we still took it. Like
We still took it. The thing was a trooper. It started making the most horrible grinding noise.
It
It
got us home though.
it got us home.
45 the whole way on I-75.
Yeah.
Still made it home.
We
Yup.
still made it. Yeah,
Got home at like 6 in the morning.
couldn't do any more than 45. You try to like put the pedal to the metal, and it would just go.
Man, this is bringing me some flashbacks, right? Because there was a previous episode where I played Detroit, Michigan for the first time, right? And like Detroit is scary enough. Well, it's scary like in December when it's like 5 o'clock and it's dark as shit, and you're just in this nasty, stinky town. And the show was great, right? And then we stopped Steak and Shake, and I slept in the back of the truck because he had like a extended cab, and I heard a boom, boom, and I thought we were gonna die. And apparently my dude had hit a like a front end from another car. It must have flew from another car accident on the other side of 69, and we were trapped, and he didn't have a spare tire. We had to wait for his wife, or one of the guys' wife, to come all the way out there, give us a spare tire from Indiana. And then we had to like go, I don't know, so slow because we couldn't risk it to get home. And I think I didn't get home till like 10 in the morning, alive, thank God. But just like dumb shit like that, like what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, scary
Stories,
things.
There you go.
We had an issue.
I think I caught the band.
We had an issue years ago. Instead of buying a trailer, we went ahead and built a trailer. Anyone out there listening, don't build your own fucking trailer.
Dude, we're so close to doing that right now.
You got a lot of wood up
We're
there.
ahead of the game or something.
We made it to the show feeling like we're fucking badasses because we come creeping in with this trailer behind us thinking we're pretty legit. And everyone's like looking at us. We're like, yeah, that's right. We got the trailer. They're like, why is it making such a bad noise? We're like, what are you talking about? The fucking axle had grinded a hole inside the rims of the wheel because it didn't fit correctly. So the whole thing was just wobbling back and forth and was barely on there. So with all the weight of the stuff in there, it bent the axle. And here we drove like probably an hour and a half from where we are. It's almost by, I forget the name of the town, but from where we're at, I think it was about an hour to an hour and a half away, good 60, 70 miles. And some of our friends come up there, so I tried to convince the rest of the guys, like, no, me and Anthony are gonna drive this back, and you guys hop in with other people and go home. And no one else from the band would go. They're like, no, if we're gonna die, we're all gonna die together.
Yeah.
So we all got in the same vehicle, and we all creeped all the way back, and the motherfucker made it home, and then I had to take it all apart and put a brand new axle on it. That trailer still exists too. It's parked out at my parents' house. They used to have fart written in duct tape on one side and turd on the other side. I was like, anyone that sees the fart and turd trailer coming down the road, they know exactly who it is.
They won't steal out of that. So any other scary stories, like like let's say like you had an expectation about something. Have you guys been let down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of that's very similar.
We've been promised some shows and stuff like that, and they, not last minute, but the week they're like, hey, you're pretty, you guys are pretty good. We can probably get you on the show, and it's like a really big fucking show, something that would definitely benefit us a lot.
Mhm.
So we were expecting that, high hopes, which I've basically learned to never have anymore. But so we go to that. Camp, we're all getting fucking jacked during practice and stuff, but then they're like, oh yeah, they got filled or some other band bought it out and they're playing it now. Some stupid shit like that. But
Hmm.
we're kind of used to it. It seems like we always get the short end of the stick for some reason, which doesn't bother us. It's just what it is, It's kind of the music life. We've realized if you want to be big, it costs money.
You guys take your punches. I mean, I'm sure a lot of bands will start whining, but you guys will travel that far, and you're happy to do it.
Oh, for sure. I know.
Yeah.
This podcast is supposed to be talking.
You guys are too positive. Gross.
We're like,
You're
plot
supposed to be
twist.
letting all
This
the
is
bad
not
stuff out.
about bad shit.
Well,
No, it's cool.
I had to
It's not all bad.
Yeah.
I had discussed something earlier with Brandon. I'll probably ask every band. Have you guys had a venue that asked for a percentage of your merch?
We have not yet, and if that happened, I would just lie straight up about how much we sold. Because that is bullshit. Fuck that.
Okay. Yeah, we should.
In my
Try it.
opinion.
It is
Have you-
bullshit.
Have you ever had a merch guy steal from your merch band, like your merch box? Because apparently that's the thing too. Because it happened to me.
Really? No, we don't have. Dude, we are literally everything ourselves. We don't have a merch guy. We don't have anything. We have literally ourselves. So.
Well, I'm
We
pretty
could
sure
say
the merch
SLX
guy at the
with the
time
merch
was our
guys
drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've taken stuff.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that. We haven't had that. We're pretty good. We're pretty. We're from the UP. Everybody's nice up here, to be honest. No one's a fucking dick.
Everybody
I've noticed
knows
that.
everybody.
It seems pretty cool up there.
Yeah, it's awesome. Honestly, it's awesome up here. It's like there's nothing. Like I said, there's nothing here, but the people are sweet.
So okay, so do you have like music stores and all sorts of shit up there? Like, how do you?
No.
No shit.
Closest-
nothing.
Closest music store is like 45 minutes away.
That ain't bad. I mean,
Yep.
Oh, the suit's gone.
Have you ever seen that
Yeah,
show,
no, it's not crooked.
Letterkenny?
Nothing's gone.
That's like
We're-
us, but we're not as funny.
that's why I keep you sound like Canadians. That's why I'm like, it's not Canadian. Because
Fuck you,
Letterkenny's Canadian.
We got a bar, we got a general store, we got another bar, we got a restaurant, we got a McDonald's. Oh, we just got a Taco Bell.
Yeah, we just got it.
We
I,
just
No, like we went up there. I don't know. Yeah, last year I think. Later, yeah, last year we went to. I don't know what town it was, but there was the famous salmon sausage, smoked salmon sausage guy, and he was on like that Gordon Ramsay show, and I'm like, holy shit! No,
Oh, that's way up there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. There's like waterfalls and shit up there. I don't know,
Yeah, the Commandant Falls area, probably.
probably. And then we saw the blue water.
Nice.
That creepy ass Chipachiku or whatever the hell that blue water is. You're not allowed to touch it. I want to bottle that shit, but I'll probably get kicked out by the feds.
It's sacred.
Right, they pull their guns on you.
Sacred water.
Yeah, the sacred water. It's like blue. I don't know if that's up there. Is that? Yeah, that is up there. I don't know.
Kitchen
You got a whole.
Kiki.
Yeah, that place. It's a whole new planet, and I'm like, how the fuck do they have metal up here? I was searching for any kind of metal shirts. My people. Couldn't find any.
We're few and far between.
I see that. Damn.
Is there any other metal bands up in that area, or just mainly you guys?
I don't think so.
None that we haven't been a part of ourselves.
Wow.
Right, which is weird, but yeah.
You fucking
there
own that.
is, But I don't. No, I don't know.
You
I
fucking
have-
own that island.
There's
I
those
know.
guys from the Sioux a few years ago.
Who's that?
Are you talking about Carnage?
Well, like I know there's metal musicians everywhere. Like, dude, our town, St. Ignace, is just riddled with freaking musicians. It's insane how good, talented fucking musicians are in town.
Well, where do they play?
Well, like they just classic rock stuff like that, But they're like been doing it for fucking 50 years, so they're all just
Insanely good.
insanely good.
So,
It's
but they
like-
got gigs then because they're like cover
Yeah,
bands.
it'd be cover
cover-
bands and stuff like that. Yeah,
See, that's bullshit. They could have those things, but not like, I
right.
feel like you guys own that whole island then if you're the only metal band up there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're listening up there, any other UP bands, let us know. Wow.
No offense to you guys or anyone that lives up in that area, but every time someone says UP and where it's located, for some reason it gets in my head FUPA. I don't know if that's the FUPA part of the country
FUPA.
or not.
Fupa.
Some people don't know. I didn't even know what a FUPA was up until a few years ago. I've heard it before. Like, what the fuck's that? They're like fat up pussy part. I was like, what?
It's not a clothing line. Shit.
No, that's FUBU.
Oh, whoops. That'd be like the bottom shelf part brand of them. Fupa.
True story. Back in I think 2000 or not 2000, it'd have been 1999 or 2000 maybe. For Christmas, my parents got me a bunch of FUBU stuff that was on clearance at like a Man Alive store that went out of business or whatever. So they got all this shit for like dirt cheap, and I got it all for Christmas. I was like, I'm not wearing any of this. I was like, it's not.
And that's why they never came to one show, you prick.
Probably.
Bastard, we got him those metal clothes.
I mean, I guess back in the day, it kind of would be. I'd look like Fred Durst or something.
Right.
He did it all for the nookie.
Right. Damn, guys, I'm trying to think of the other like bad experiences, but I just feel positives.
For bad experiences, we had a pretty bad one down in Grand Rapids. I walked in, I'm only 16, and they told us that we can't play because I'm 16.
Did you tell them that?
That's what I said. I'm like, what did you say, Jackson?
Well, we kind of just marched in, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like, we're just gonna try to bypass all
Like
that.
walking like a fucking silverback gorilla in there. You can't act like that.
You just walk in and just start doing your shit, and then they don't question anything. But when you make eye contact, or if you try and like
Right.
talk to them or whatever, just go in there, set your shit up, and they come talk to you like, dude, I'm fucking busy.
I'm busy. We can clearly tell you're 12.
That's when you're asked if you can't grow a full beard, just fucking glue it on. Fuck it, nobody cares. They'll be like that kid.
Share
That-
somewhere.
Don't fuck with that kid. He has mange. Okay.
You could do the old disability card. Someone says, why can't you grow a beard? Like, hey, it's a
He's got
disability,
that
man.
Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah.
It's like
You seen Benjamin Button?
Did you
So-
just insult me?
You just start laughing at the mouth. Whoa, okay.
I
Yeah,
play
that
drums.
show was pretty shitty though. We were supposed to. It was a really weird show. The people that we're playing with, one band dropped out. Then
Oh.
so we discussed it, and we have nothing to do. You know, each week we practice. We have nothing to do, like no shows around here, so we practice a lot. And so we can play our whole discography of band, album, everything. So like we can play a full hour, 30-minute set, whatever we want, really, you know, and draw it out to 2 hours if we really wanted to. Well, so we said, you know, hey, we'll headline it if you don't, you know, want to, but we probably won't have a draw for people, you know, just because no one knows us around that area.
Mm.
And they're like, hell yeah, dude, if you want to do that, you guys can do that. So we kind of, you know, set out to play at what would it be, 11?
Yeah, probably.
11 to 12, 12 to 1, so whatever it is, I don't remember. But
Hmm.
you know, we're expecting to play then. And when we got to the show, me and Ted went to one of our friends that lives in that area. So we went and crashed at his house and hung out with him for a little bit, and we got a call from Christian, and he's like, yeah, dude, we might not be able to play this show. And I was like, I had like fucking, I'm addicted to pre-workout, so like I'm just like raging, like wanting to lift and fucking, I'm like ready to kill somebody, babe. Yeah, I'm ready to fight, you know. I'm like, what the fuck? Like we drove 5 hours, maybe 6
Oh.
hours to come to the show, and we can't play. I'm like, Ted, pull over, I have to come.
I gotta beat this one out.
I have to beat this one off really quick.
I figured you
No,
said
but so we go there, and like by the time me and Ted get there, we're both fucking just raging, ready to fucking, like I said, fight. Ted's a lover, not a fighter, and he's ready.
I was
to
gonna
fight.
say like that guy looks happy all the time. I couldn't see him angry, but yeah.
Right. No, you know how it is though. Like you drive fucking a long time, and all of a
Yup.
sudden you get told, hey, you might not be able to play tonight. So like right there, you know, that's just instant rage, basically, in my eyes, I guess.
Because dude was too young. or
because
because
the dude was too young. Yep.
dude was too young?
So when we finally pulled up, I jumped out of my truck and I was like fucking, I was saying him. I was gorilla stomping my ass everywhere, like silverback, ready to fucking fight. And they're like, "Oh, dude, it's good. We're just gonna play first." And then, and then they're like, "He just can't go back in." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was still pissed, but I like completely wasn't thinking that like it's a liability and shit like that. And I understood it, but I don't know. We're trying to work that right now about possibly getting his fucking like I'm gonna be his real daddy. like legally become his dad.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
think
like there's a
something-
rule like you're allowed to play, but you got to leave like immediately. But I don't know if that rule applies to Michigan. Like he's
Yeah, I
allowed
don't know.
to.
There's probably something out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like he's allowed to play, but he can't stay. He plays and then he leaves.
Yeah, and that,
Something
I
like
mean,
that.
how the fuck back in the day, like you used to hear all these people like doing this shit. Why can't we? All of a sudden the metal music that's like all about music can't do that. I was like, this is stupid as shit. Sorry for swearing. Can I swear?
No, you fuck yeah.
I've been swearing the whole
30
time.
minutes in, I'm saying cunt, piss, fuck.
All right.
I have
We're
to
gonna
bleep
get
out
cut.
every fucking cuss word you fuck.
Yeah,
Damn it.
You realize this is gonna take. This deleted.
It's a lot of pinch harmonics. My thumb's gonna hurt.
Scrap the interview, start over.
It just sounds like
Man, that's
Susan
wild.
Boyle.
I mean, so wait, you are 16 then? You're not like it's not a band like a funny joke.
Oh no, I'm actually 16. I joined when I was 15.
Oh, wow, shit.
What's the age as everybody else?
41.
Yeah, I'm 29. Ted's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Ted. That's not
Uh,
here.
What's up, Ted?
Sitting by
She's
himself
33.
at Grand
It's
Breakfast.
my birthday today.
I just turned 30.
You're older than me. You
I
look
feel
fucking so much younger, dude. I'm so pissed.
Man, I feel fucking ancient then.
27.
I'm 27 or I'm 27 or 28.
Oh no.
I always cut
So
Was
you
that a
guys-
question?
Yeah, you guys still have that. You still got that energy, man. I mean, because
Oh,
I
dude,
could.
I got 3 kids, dude. Fuck that.
Damn, you've been eating too much pre-workout, coming in everyone. Damn.
Yeah, dude. I don't pull out, buddy.
Is there a word you say when you do like have pre-workout come? Is this like a word? that
No,
comes
it
to-
just always sounds like I said. I'm getting old. It always sounds like an old man. It doesn't come out like.
But I kind of get how that would be a bad gig just because, but it ain't the worst I've heard, I guess. I mean, that's
No, yeah,
I mean,
it,
the
like I
show
said, it
was
worked
pretty
out, but we expected to play at midnight, and like that's why me and Ted were we were late to our own show because we fucking
Oh, and then all the fucking
it was just kind of shitty, but it was good.
technical difficulties.
Like I said,
that
we're
happened
always
too.
fucking
Hmm.
stupidly positive. This is supposed to be negative or not. It sucks.
well, I think the negative thing about this is like if you played so late and then you got to drive fucking home. Oh my god, dude, I can't imagine what time you get home at like fucking I don't know 6 in.
yeah.
In time for McDonald's breakfast.
Right, and then after the carbs hit, you're fucking passed out. What happened last
I
night?
literally passed out at a stop sign. Leaving the
Oh.
no, it was the Battle Creek show. I drove all the way from Battle Creek to Petoskey. It's a stop sign around the corner from my house. I pulled up, looked both ways, and
I'm home.
dozed on.
You live there?
Like, are you really sleeping? I'm like, oh no.
Oh, you live at Petoskey?
I did. I'm back up here.
That's a cool town. We were looking for them damn rocks, and we had gone to that pizza brewery, and like they're like, we walk in, I'm all excited, and they're like, kitchen's closed. I'm like, what the fuck? So I ended up just buying a hat from that place. I still wear it, but I've never had the
That's what
fucking
you're
food.
talking about. The place is cool.
Yeah, and then they had like a bunch of food trucks somewhere in that area.
Oh,
Like a
yeah,
little-
yeah.
That is fucking killer. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they should have metal there. It's bullshit.
They did start playing music, but it's only they only play like bluegrass and shit.
Oh, a guy with a violin
Yeah.
and a fucking mandolin. Go figure.
Yeah,
I actually
the bass.
yeah, I actually made fun of a post about that kind of shit because it's funny. The show we just played at, It's in like a record store, real cool place. I try to bring it guys there sometime. And the owner was like, "Oh, my regulars don't like to do metal shows." I'm like, because they like to do the mandolin and the violin,
Mhm.
bluegrass Americana. And I said, that's fine and dandy. I mean, they don't offer any kind of threat because of who they are, but I'm sure if you tell those people that they didn't make their guarantee, they get fucking violent as shit. And I just pictured like a lady with a violin getting fucking angry. I don't know. You just gotta think about like a dude with the mandolin with a fucking mustache that looks like the Pringles can guy getting pissed off, not getting his guarantee. I don't know. In my head, it was funny.
Inside that compartment, they have a hidden weapon.
Right. That's till dawn.
Motherfucker, you will pay us our money or what?
I ain't come from Virginia to be fucked with. Or wherever Americana's from. I don't know. New York. Damn, guys.
That'll be have to be one of the next people we interview. See if they really have weapons hidden inside their guitar case.
I'm sure somebody does. I mean, you got to nowadays. You don't want to get shit fucking jacked. I mean,
This
I
is
don't
my
know.
this is my ex, and this is my real ex. Oh fuck!
Right. Right. Eventually, like we'll probably hear nightmarish ass stories about somebody getting fucking jacked, and that's gonna suck to hear. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you make your own trailer, you're just a world of problems and get stolen.
You're just asking to be robbed. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck.
Unless you got fart turds on the side.
It must be some movie props. I ain't touching that trailer.
This must be the shit wagon. Fuck.
They could
Oh,
just
that's
look
what it
at it
was.
like, I don't know what the hell's in that piece of shit, but we don't want nothing to fucking do with it.
Right.
It's a red wagon with a cardboard box.
So
Shit.
So I guess like you guys just
It's
met
like
like
dead bodies.
so you guys live like in the same area or just kind of far from each other or like
Yeah, literally, you two live a block away from each other. I live technically 2 blocks away from you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I could like probably walk to your house in
Oh.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you were
But
to
that's
lose
that's St. Ignace in general though. Like anywhere you want to go, you could get there on foot in like 10 minutes.
I mean,
Oh.
there's only-
you wear shoes up there, right?
No, dude. Slippers.
Flippers.
Yeah.
S-
Come on.
crap.
dude.
So like if let's say you've lost a band member, not that I'm trying to hex you. So like would it be easier to find somebody up there? Or
All right, so our first lineup was one guy in the Sioux, one guy lived in Grand Rapids, and
Oh.
then 3 of us lived in St. Ignace. So
okay.
based out of St. Ignace again. But then the guitarist moved to Grand Rapids, the other one, and then so there's 2 in Grand Rapids, 3 here, and then it just that's hard to be in a band like that.
How's far as Grand Rapids from where you live?
Like 4.5.
4.5. 5.
Holy shit. And that's dedication.
Yeah. Like we were making it work and stuff. But then it, just died down. So
By the gas, dude. But yeah, wow.
right.
I bet
So
you
then it just didn't work out. So then like they basically everyone quit. Everyone started having kids and stuff. And
damn
I was like,
kids.
dude, I have 3, and Ted's like, I have 2. Like, why can't you guys do this? Like, this is not that hard. Like, just devote some time in it. But life moves on. So everyone kind of moved on, and me and Ted didn't. And and then legitly, we're like, fuck, we want to play shows again, So then I'm like, all right, we gotta just find a drummer and we can make it work, whatever, we'll make it work.
Right.
So then we found the kid. I don't even know how, but I'm like, hey dude, this guy's fucking playing drums.
Did you guys hang out at a playground in a white van?
No, funny thing is, he fucking catfished me. He's like, his fucking Facebook profile said 21. I'm like, dude, he's 21. He fucking plays drums,
Really?
plays guitar too. Yeah, he catfished my ass. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome, dude. He's like, yeah, I trained, I taught this kid how to play guitar. I'm like, awesome. So all this time, I'm talking to him like he's a man, just normal
Oh,
talk.
man.
I found out that he's a kid, like 15 years old, and then I started asking, hey, is your mom gonna allow you to come over? Like, but I started talking, I'm like, Hey, does your mom have permit? You know, you might have to do a permission slip to come over with the boys. You know, it is kind of weird that you're 15 hanging out with like 30-year-old guys. So, you know,
We
she knows, right?
y'all do things different up there. Ha ha.
Honestly,
Wait,
it must
why
be
is
a
that
drummer
video
thing
out?
because that's what happened with my old band when we needed a drummer. The dude that played drums for us for a long time told us he was 18, and at the time we were only like early 20s. So, that's cool. No, he was 15.
Yeah.
After he come
Yeah,
over and learned
catfish, dude, must be
everything,
a
and
drummer thing.
I'm like, this motherfucker sure looks young. Come to find out, he was only 15. His mom had to come over. I was like, what the fuck? But he was good, so we're like, all right, you can play.
Wow. See, I like as much as you said that, like not the young people part, but like the whole positivity about like, well, I have kids, I could still do this. Like some people don't have that mentality, you know? Like they're like, you know, they just like don't have time for it all of a sudden. And you said you had 3 kids, and you're like, I want to keep playing. That's cool though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I guess basically what I'm saying is you can make time if you care enough
Yeah.
about this. And like, you know, the kids will be fine if you leave for a couple hours, right? Gonna burn the damn house down. Mom, I'll take care of them. But yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good positive note right there that that you brought up. I like that.
You guys are so pissed. You're like, I want negativity.
We're not that pissed. But no, but what you're telling us is things that could be negative to other people, like, well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't have time to do that, and I have kids. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but no. Basically, once these guys are gone, or if they want to leave or whatever, we're so fucked for St. Ignace base.
Mm.
There's nothing here, you know.
There's nothing. No,
Everyone
no.
moves out of St. Ignace besides us. That's the
Wow.
You guys have any old band beefs with anybody else from that area, like old bridges you burnt or they burnt?
That's all they have is bridges up there.
Yeah.
Don't
We
burn
only
too
have
many, you'll
one,
be
and that's
trapped.
the way out of here. So
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, we've had a couple little beefs with a couple bands downstate that like think they're better than us for some reason, but you know, that's kind of what you'll always get. We're a band that always like when we have a show, we'll shout it out, you know, we'll like do like little mini videos and shit just for fun.
Yeah.
And we'll always shout out the bands that we'll try to, you know, that's fucking hard because life, but
Mhm.
we'll shout things out. And we've had bands like rip off our songs before and stuff. So that was kind of
That's kind of fucked up.
it is what it is, but we'll move
Yeah,
on.
I don't
Oh,
see
man.
how anybody. Honestly, I don't see how anybody would have a problem with you guys. You guys are real nice to us, and you know
I
we're.
don't know. You haven't ripped off our songs, I guess.
I'm
You
pretty-
haven't told us we're headlining and then put us in the first spot. That's why.
That's happened, correct?
Yeah, that's happened.
And that you were not cool with that band after that, or well, who was it that told you this? I mean,
I
not
don't know.
not specific-
Dude. I'm not
not
that kind of
specific,
guy. It was-
not
it was-
specific, not specific name. It was a band that told you were going to play first, or was it the promoter? Just wondering.
Well, it was kind of, it was like a middleman thing. It was like the promoter. That was a really weird show because I don't know exactly who it was. It was like a band and promoter, but it was also like the middleman of that whole thing. So it was very weird. And I think
Mm.
like the whole time, I think the other band that played that show actually had 2 underage kids playing it too. And I'm getting all pissed off now. Now you got me wound up.
Yeah.
And they played like second to last.
Mm.
So I was like, fuck that.
Huh.
But anyways.
I guess the thing I should say to the audience, communication is the key. Don't fuck it up with the bands. Make
Don't
sure the
fuck it up.
communication's clear as hell. You know,
They should ask how old their drummers are.
Yeah.
Really, they're always young.
is your drummer going to come in a band van or a school bus? You need to let them know.
Does he need an extra ticket for his mom?
Hey, moms are allowed at shows. Yeah.
Always allowed in shows.
Now, for everyone out there listening, they're probably going to wonder this. Is his mom attractive?
No one speaks.
The awkward silence.
She's a Sasquatch.
Jackson.
Sorry to put you on the spot there, buddy.
Earmuffs, little buddy.
Usually the
No,
moms,
mom's awesome.
I was gonna say, usually the moms, they name their kid Jackson. They're usually pretty good looking. Somehow the correlation's strange, but it works.
Right.
Hmm.
No, it's good.
For sure.
I'm trying to change the subject, but I couldn't figure out what to say. So okay, it's good.
I think we're gonna have to put this episode instead of the dark side of the scene on the light side of the scene.
The light side.
Well, they had a
Jedi
little.
side.
There was a little bit of darkness in it. I mean, maybe Ted's got more things like burning his hand making a burrito and then can't play gig.
Right. Trying to play.
It melts. It melts his hands together like a. What is that shitty ass colonial movie where he burned himself on some iron, and his hand was like. I'm that old. Never mind. It's from school. Never mind. Forget everything I just
Talking
said.
about.
I don't know, some Disney ass movie. I think Paul Revere was in it, and this dude burned his hand, and his hand was stuck together, and that was the thing.
Wasn't Paul Revere the guy that fucking
Not Paul Revere, but it was like within those times.
Pocahontas?
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. It's just a shitty
I
movie.
thought
They
Paul
showed us-
Revere was the guy that ran through saying the British were coming.
right, but like I feel like this other character was around that time. It's shit I saw in school. I'm sorry, I had a flashback.
It reminds me of that meme I saw. I think I sent it to you the other day. It was what's that porn chick's name? Can't think of it.
Which one?
Riley Reid.
Yeah, Riley Reid.
Oh yeah.
She had like a British hat on. It says, the British are coming. The British are coming.
Sounds right.
For some reason, she's been on a lot of metal memes lately.
It happens. So, anything else, guys? Like, like I'm trying to think of other negative things could happen.
You guys really haven't messed with studios, so you haven't paid the studio like $1,000 and not received any of your final product. So
No, we've never really had anything too bad. We spent $300 on a mix and got it back, and I realized I was a fucking trash ass singer on the mix, so then we wasted that money. That was my bad. That was me being a dumbass.
So, aside from that, any other like negatives about being in the studio? I mean, things that maybe your listeners could like avoid.
I'm gonna talk shit about my drummer. Quick tracks, man. If you're a drummer, learn quick tracks.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
a drummer that doesn't know how to count is very
Right, that-
hard to work with.
When he's too young to learn how to count to 4.
He's still in the room,
No,
right?
actually, I do want to stay. I was mean to him right there. I'm sorry, Jackson.
It's okay.
No, the next day, legitimately, he came in and like was a 64th note off. I'm like, dude, that's
And
way
I'll be
better.
it's weird because I'll be honest, I did not practice.
Instead of
At all.
64
I
no.
just came in and it worked.
I like how you put that small fraction in there. It's like you knew.
Yeah,
You're
I guess very
164th off.
specific motherfucker.
I'm high on pre-workout. You're 64 notes off. I'm gonna
Hey,
take
you're
my shirt
fucking
off.
64. All fucking demonic sounding. Behind me turns red for some
You know
reason.
what you do to whip him in shape, right? You get the PA system hooked up and you run your laptop through it. And this is what my old band used to do. We had all the drums programmed. So we would just play and practice to the programmed drums if we didn't have a drummer. But then you can always warn him, be like, look, man, you don't start playing it like this. You start pointing at the fucking laptop like, we don't need you.
Oh man.
The laptop's never late. The laptop never misses counts. The laptop's not going to fucking skip out and go shoot up with heroin.
Oh my God.
That's true.
These are real events that have happened.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
well, here I was hoping we'd get some good, juicy, dirty details, and you guys been the fucking positive guys out here. Fuck, maybe we're
I
just
know,
the old
I
crusty
was
guys.
sorry.
Again, they have to drive so far. I mean, that's pretty fucking
Yeah, that does suck.
crazy. That's crazy.
But-
I mean, yeah, I think you guys should like invest in something get your own metal bar up there. I don't know how it'll
Right.
work, but I don't know. That
Maybe
does
move
suck.
move
What's
down
that?
to the south, move away from the fupa.
I love the Fupa.
We're the Fupa's nice. I mean, to me, like I don't know if I'd want to live up there all the time because I would like take it for granted. But when I go up there, it's a whole new fucking planet. It's crazy.
I've never been up that way.
Man, we should go hand in hand up there crossing the bridge.
We almost went into years ago. We were following GPS, and it was the old Magellans. This was before we had smartphones and everything else. But like these TomToms and Magellan or whatever the fuck there were like the cool things at the time. And the motherfucking thing was taking us up by Detroit. We were supposed to be playing a show towards the northern part of Michigan, and it had us going over the bridge into Toronto and then jumping on a bridge back into Michigan. And here we were following it. I was like, I don't think we can go this way, guys. It was taking us into Canada. They're like, well, it's the way it says we need to go. I was like, we'll never get back. We might make it into Canada, but
Right.
we have a fucking trailer that says fart and turd on the side of it. You really think we're gonna make it into fucking Canada?
God.
So good times of road trips with the old GPS. It's the same fucking GPS that told us to turn left, start getting beeped at and honked at, flipped off, people flashing their lights. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Yeah, we're going down the fucking wrong way on a one-way street. The fucking GPS told us to turn.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of, I had a because you guys made me sound like I'm stupid. I had to look up that movie where the dude burned his hand. It's called Johnny Tremaine. It's a Disney film.
I
And
don't
he
think I've
burns.
seen it.
It's probably boring as hell. I think it's just Disney's indoctrination of trying to teach you like some bullshit history when they just want you to go to their fucking park and waste money. But yeah, it says something like he was a silversmith and he burned his fucking hand, so he couldn't do handwriting and couldn't shake people's hands properly. And that's what I picture it has Ted's hand. It just sticks together and they have to take scissors and open it up. I don't know. If he was here, I'd give him shit, but he's not.
I'm gonna have to bleep out the whole comment of you saying Disney is indoctrinating people because we'll get sued for that.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Disney don't fuck around.
I guess not.
Next thing I know, I'm gonna hear a knock on my door. You guys were talking shit.
Here's my lawyer. Here's
Crash
my
the
lawyer. You're about to
knuckles.
get fucked. Yeah, it's like it's all the characters are ready to fuck us. Anyway, gross.
Donald Duck
Gross.
comes out there with a fucking lead pipe.
I can't even do Donald Duck. I'm not gonna even attempt. Yeah, I can't even attempt that shit.
It just sounds like a wet fart.
Nice. So I'm trying to think of anything else to like drill your brains. I mean,
I know.
man, not only do you guys get along, you can stand each other to drive far away, and
Yeah.
the studio you get along, right? Like I'm trying to think of anything else that
80% of the band showed up to be on this fucking episode, so they only had one person
Yes.
not there. So that's a good.
20% of the bands.
See,
not here,
everybody's
and that
will-
is it,
yeah, everybody's crazy to get on here. They just stick whole bands in one room.
Right. Oh, this is like probably a 6x6 room. We're like shoulder to shoulder, cock by cock.
Yeah, it sounds like if Ted.
Besides the boy, he's way over there.
Yeah.
I said that wrong. Oh god.
For
Damn.
anyone out there that knows this is just audio, there's no visuals, so we can't tell if they're really in there naked or not. So
Is the weather shit up there right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, it's not that bad, but I was in the shower.
Why didn't you do the Zoom? Why didn't you do the Zoom in the shower? It would have made it interesting.
All of us in the shower.
Well, whatever. It's a lot different up here, boss. I like how you said Hick Towns. You're like, it's going to be a Hick show, and I'm like, that's the North. But I guess that's pretty. I don't know. To me, that's funny. I don't know. There's a lot of Mercas, no matter where you go.
I always thought the Hick Towns were down south.
Right. But that's
Oh.
funny when they said they went to some Hick town. It was still north to me. I don't know. It made me laugh. When he
It's
said
north of us, but it was south to them.
that. Right. Like, I guess my friend he says his family lives on Grand Rapids. They think we're from the South in Indiana. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm a
We're in
hick,
the dirty South down here in Indiana.
right?
In the game.
We like our tenderloins or whatever. What's the food up there like of choice?
Whitefish.
Whitefish. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Great response.
Whitefish or
You were waiting to say that. Like I don't know why. You're just like whitefish.
Whitefish or pasties. I don't know. It's like
Yeah, probably pasties. Yeah. you're
Oh,
right.
those fucking. I think they're like human meat. That's what you do with some of your victims. You put them in them damn fucking.
You can joke
pastry
all you
thing.
want, but it's the truth.
It's okay. It's delicious.
I'll
I'll have to try your whitefish because your water's blue. Maybe it's just because your water's cleaner and there's this positivity going on. Because man, you come down to Indiana, the water's like swamp, fucking nasty, and nobody will drink out of that. Hell no. So I feel like this is why it's positive. Your water's fucking blue.
Right.
Yeah, man.
But our
I-
cousins are hot.
I'm having a beer right now, but like the positivity sobered me up. Shit. Awesome.
Sober me up. Oh fuck.
Nice. What do you think, Brandon? What do you think? I feel like I can't drill them anymore.
No,
because
I think we're out of ideas at this point.
I feel like if anybody's listening, be cool to this band. You know?
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
Be cool. Don't hate us. What's up?
Your guys' band name. When
Oh.
I mentioned something to Ed about this the other day. There was a band from Indianapolis called Heavy Lies the Crown, and I thought that's who you guys were. I was like, I didn't think
Right.
that band was around anymore, but clearly they're not, and you're a completely different band. So
Yeah,
has that
Yeah,
been
we
an
ran into
issue?
that actually quite a bit. So what I said, we get the short end of the stick. That's like a lot of that in the beginning. You know, we only had, I'll just say like 100 likes or something like that on Facebook. We would get always like, we would spend money on, I guess this is some shit too, I guess. We would always spend money on like advertising or something. And they would always shout out the wrong band.
Oh.
So we would watch that band grow without them doing anything. And I was like, God damn it. It's like you know, we spent, I'll just say $100 on this and you shouted out the wrong band. Can we get like another one? They're like, no, dude, that's not how it works. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Did you message that band like to say, hey, you owe me money? I would have.
No. Hey, good for them, you know, like whatever,
I remember running into this problem when I had a tag with my band, had to tag your band. There's
Right.
two of them, and I'm like, okay, which one do I tag? I guess the one with the duck. That helps. It was like a duck.
Yeah.
Is that your logo? The duck.
that's we're trying to make him you know, that's gonna be it. Like you see the duck's head and they're like, okay, that's them, not fucking Heavy as Crown. Well, we're gonna name it Heavy as the Cock, but you know, we want it to be age appropriate.
You could spell cock differently and say it like
Right.
I don't know. Cool.
We've introduced our band so many times. I have, I guess, singer, as Heavy Lies the Cock, and I'll be like, we don't Heavy Lies the Quack. Fucking like all the fucking time. People are like, who? I'm like, we don't give a shit.
You guys could use
Bring
like
your
a
fucking
rooster
party,
instead of
let's
a duck.
go.
I still think it should be Heavy Lies These Nuts.
Heavy Lies the Nuts.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that you could. It's a play on words every time you make merch, though. You could like put
Right.
something different every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a shirt or mug.
Shirt.
Fucking
It's a
koozie.
picture of a shirt on a shirt. Boom, right there.
Or a
Then you know
koozie.
it, Yeah.
You're holding my nuts. Heavy on the nuts. It'd be a
Heavy on the
koozie that
nuts.
puts on your beer.
You guys got merch you want to sling around out here just to tell people where they can go to check it out, where they can check your
Dude.
shit out?
We got like nothing besides a pre-ordered sweatshirt because we don't like to do anything for anything. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we got pre-ordered sweatshirts. If you go to our band page, it's somewhere in there. We'll post it again just because we're trying to actually we came up with a new design. Our bassist is a badass artist that we didn't realize, and he's an asshole for not telling us beforehand. So
Bass players.
he's actually really good, and it's pretty sweet. All the new design is from him. So
Is he an actual bass player or a guitar player that got converted to play bass?
he's a, I wouldn't say bassist. He's more of an artist. No,
Okay.
he can draw really good, but he can't play bass for shit. If that
He's
makes
only in the
sense.
band for his art skills.
Yeah. rather you draw than we don't plug his bass. You know, when he actually goes to play, it's actually happened once. What was that show?
I think that was a
Oh no, my whole like rig was malfunctioning.
You know,
Oh,
I like
damn.
every show.
I like your set.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you guys in on a industry secret here. The drummer can learn to play the backing tracks. You got to learn to play on a click, and then you just program the bass, and then you just unplug him at every show. You don't have to worry about it. He can throw down, look like he's going crazy, have crazy bass
Yep.
solos.
Hit people with whitefish.
Yeah, that he's up there just throwing fish. You hear a bass solo, they're like, "Oh, you might have a fucking bass in his hand."
Throws whitefish around.
Yup.
Slam past these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frisbeeing them at people.
Nice.
So, for anyone out there listening, what genre do you guys play? Like, if you had to classify yourself, what do you think you guys are?
Fuck was that?
Just
Oh,
fart.
sorry, just a fucking.
I feel like I don't know.
I don't know
What-
what that was outside. You just like attacked each other.
Sasquatch.
We're just
It might have been. What's that? That was that fucking like I don't know. Chinchilla? There you go. I don't know what it is.
Could have been the Michigan dog man battling Sasquatch.
There you go, Dog Man. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Trust me, I know.
No, but I guess my wife just texted me too. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
Just
damn.
tell her dog man.
Oh dude, it just happened again. I gotta go check that out. I don't know what the fuck that is.
He's gonna get mauled on a live stream.
You should have took the mic out there with him so we could hear.
Ah!
This just got a lot more
I'd say,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Right.
Metalcore,
But yeah, we're like I
but-
feel like our first album was more metalcore, but this next one we're going into is a lot heavier than the
Yeah.
first one.
Genttier.
We just I'd say our newer one is definitely has more aspects of gent in it.
Okay. Is that what you were going for, or are you just like,
We just kind of make whatever we feel like, I guess. I mean,
yeah, okay.
we're not really trying to follow anything or sound like anybody. We just kind of play what we think sounds cool. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
We went to me and Ted went to a Meshuggah concert recently,
hmm
and we were like, "Fuck this pussy ass shit that we used to play," so we started playing heavier. Because like Meshuggah was fucking tight. I will clearly say I hate Meshuggah. I think they're a terrible band. But I went and seen them and they're really cool.
I feel, yeah, I mean, they're pretty amazing, but I feel like their songs kind of drag on too long.
Oh fuck, man.
I mean, I'm not talking, I'm not completely talking shit, but like, I feel like the vocalist ruins it because he doesn't have any variety in his music, in his voice, and I wish he did.
Can you please message Ted after this and tell him this? Because I've said this so many times, like, dude, what's he doing with his face?
Oh,
Giving up the
That's it,
underbite.
yeah, that's the only.
underbite, the real
That looks
one.
like it hurt. That looks like it hurts when I try to mimic that.
Right. He's from the UP.
But that's my only gripe about that. Man, I won't talk too much shit about them because you know they're pioneers. But like, yeah,
No, dude, they're.
but I like, I do,
They were,
what I do like, I try to take from that, like,
right.
you know, have that groove that people can move to, obviously, but not make it
You-
overly
what
complicated.
you're doing? This is supposed to be a negativity, and you're fucking being positive.
Oh, damn it!
Damn it!
Well, actually, the whole I'm on the co-host. I don't have to be either.
Yeah.
I'm almost like Oprah. I just want to hear your story. You know what I mean? I'm
No,
just bad.
but yeah, we went there, and I really don't like them, but I watched them live, and I was like, dude, they were perfect. It was insane. Perfect.
I heard your single. To me, like it sounds like the Veil of Maya thing going too.
I don't know who that is, so
In a
Really?
way, yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah,
I'm
Veil-
still like, I don't know. I don't know any bands. To be honest.
You should listen to Veil of Maya. If you don't like Meshuggah and you want parts of Meshuggah to not suck, listen to Veil of Maya.
Veil of Maya is one of my
That's very
favorite bands. So if you
They're-
sound like that,
because
that's
the
a
vocalist-
compliment.
The vocalist they have now does have some range. The other guy, all he did was growl, but like there's some range and a lot of weird dissonant riffs, and I'm like, I can kind of hear some Veil of Maya in their stuff
Okay.
a
I
little
always
bit.
thought Pale Maya was like Born of Osiris.
Uh, So they're all friends. They're all from Illinois, right? So yeah, I could hear that sound too. But they got the crazier keyboards going on, you know,
Right,
with
right.
Cyrus. Which yeah.
I hate Born Osiris.
That's the negativity I want to hear.
That's the fucking.
Actually,
that's
you
the-
want to hear a funny
I'm
story?
wearing a Born Osiris shirt.
A funny story about Born of Osiris. Like I went to go see Obscura in Joliet, right? And it's a car full of my friends. Most of them were drinking because we hit some breweries on the way there, and I was the one driving. So I go up to the balcony, and I see the Born of Osiris drummer up there, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're what's his face?" And he was drunk as shit. And he goes, I'm gay. I'm like, what? I don't care if he was gay. And then like I look up his Facebook and he's totally gay, but not that I care. But it was funny because it does this most random thing. I have a picture of him. He's fucking wasted. But I just told him I like his band, and I don't know. He probably didn't hear me. He was loud. He was drunk. That was a weird story about the Born of Osiris drummer. Probably doesn't remember this.
He's
But they
still
are
the
from-
same drummer.
Yeah, I mean, he basically started a band, but they're all from Joliet. Like that's where they're from. So occasionally you might see one of them at one of the shows.
They were supposed to play with us, or not with us, but I was supposed to play with them years ago. We were supposed to be playing a show. We kind of mentioned him on a previous episode. The guy that used to book those shows up in that area
Mm.
that you had to
Oh,
buy to get on, basically. It was one of those things, and then the show ended up getting canceled, and I don't remember if we ever actually got money back for that or not.
no shit. He took your money.
That sucks.
I don't remember. It wasn't much because they weren't really big at the time. I think it was only like maybe $125 or something.
That's a lot of money back in the day.
Yeah, but I don't remember the whole detail. Like, I'm not going to sit there and say that we didn't get our money back because to be 100% honest, it's been fucking 17 plus years ago. I don't fucking remember.
Have you guys had to pay to play for a show? Pay to play.
Yeah.
Pay to play.
It was I don't know when it was, but it was
Was that the Detroit one? Kind of. I mean, we had to sell
non-point
tickets.
show. Yeah, we had to sell tickets, so it was like a buy-in. Then you could make money off it if you sold, 50 tickets or some shit.
I guess that's another shitty thing about shows. If we have to sell tickets, like that show was on like a Wednesday, and it's very
Oof.
difficult to get people
Yeah.
way up here to drive 6 hours on a Wednesday to a non-point show.
You're basically like playing for you're basically playing for free then.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
hard
I
to
could-
get
we
people to
basically
even come
bought-
to
we
your
bought
own
it.
show in your hometown, let alone drive 6
Yeah.
fucking hours.
I mean, we do them too, and I kind of understand why, and I don't. But at the same time, it's like you're kind of proving to the venue, oh look, I brought people, and then they'll give you a tiny percentage of the tickets. And
yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can, like what Brandy was saying about the other podcast, how they have to pay a huge lump sum, and then have to sell them. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I called the guy a cunt, like whoever that was. Like people who do that, that's fucked up. That's not cool. Sorry.
Mhm.
I don't know if
Okay.
all the venues are doing it that way anymore. I just know
I
that
don't think they are.
fuckface-
It's far between, but I remember hearing about shit like that back in the day. Just like,
Yeah, you
Oh,
used to
you
have
need
to
to-
straight up buy all the tickets at face value, and then
Yeah.
we were supposed to sell them. And then nowadays, I know a couple of other shows. I think they give you the tickets, and you have to pay them for whatever tickets you don't turn back into them the day of the show. I think it's how it works these days.
that one sucks too. Then like, here you go. This is all I got. Then here you go. This is the percentage you get, and that's fine with me.
Well,
You
you
know?
don't even get a percentage of that. We sold
you get
5
10.
tickets. They're like, well, okay, well, I guess you guys aren't playing here.
Oh gosh.
That would be the shit that would piss me off is you go out and you sell tickets to all this shit, and then all of a sudden you didn't sell enough tickets, so they give it to the next band that sold more. That's actually shit that has happened. Just throw that out there. Not to me personally, but that's shit that
Right,
goes
I can
on.
see it happen.
I think you'd have to be just more selective if you do have to be like, this is a great band. We're gonna try to sell some, hopefully, but it's still a not fun situation for
No.
being an opener. Like you get there at like 3 p.m. and then hang out and watch the other bands warm up and do sound check, and then you get a little one. And then
You guys ever play with a band that was just a straight dickhead to you?
I mean,
You don't have to
But
name them, but I
at-
just
like,
mean, you ever had any
after-
just straight up assholes to you guys?
Maybe not like at the show, but there's definitely been a few dickhead bands, like after the fact.
Us.
Yes,
Yes, that's
didn't
it.
want to say it. but
That's
yes,
probably why.
you-
Yeah. That's why Ted secretly wants to know where I live, so he stabbed me for talking shit.
Asks every day, "Hey, dude, where do you live again?" Hey.
Put him on hold. He sends me memes, but I know he's trying to kill me. Oh, I wish he was here. I'd talk shit with him, but yeah. But anyway, back to your. So as a after the fact, they were assholes to you. For what
Yeah.
reason? Just I don't know.
Because we outplayed them.
There you go. That's no reason to be shitty, but yeah, I could see like some like, fuck those guys. Ugh."
Well, like we always we're definitely a crowd pleaser. Like we get the crowd go just ripping, you know. We're like try to be like Limp Bizkit bullshit, you know. We're like in there fucking going crazy and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
we get the crowd ripping, we get just motivated as hell, and then people are like tired, dude, after our set. Like, you know, 30-minute, 45-minute, whatever it is, and then they like they gotta go have a beer or they gotta go sit down for a second afterwards, you know, like they just went ham.
Nice.
It is pretty wild.
See, that's a good thing. Like people bands should learn. Like get the fucking crowd hyped up. Like just don't stand there. You know.
Right.
And if you're gonna get pissed off at a band for actually getting people to move, then that's a lesson for them. Like, hey,
Have fun that night.
have a good time. Get people involved. They want to see a show. They want to be entertained. Yeah. Gotcha.
I think that's a misconception with a lot of other band people is they want to go out there and play the perfect show. Like they want to be perfect with what they're doing. They forget that when the moment you go up on a stage, you're no longer playing for yourself. You're playing for the people that are supposed to be out there watching you. And if you want to just play music and write music and you're only doing it for yourself, then what's the point of playing show? You know what I mean? That's kind of how I see it. Like if you're actually going to take this out to play live, you should try and make it enjoyable for the people that are out there paying to see you. If that makes sense.
Right.
And I don't think a
We're
lot of
entertainers,
musicians
you
do
know,
it
we
that
gotta
way.
entertain them.
Yeah.
You definitely play a crowd how it is, you know. If it's a bunch of old people, they're not gonna mosh, you know, like the show we hosted, they're not gonna mosh. It's just what it is. So, you know, you maybe work on more hitting that tone a little better than bugging, you know, jumping in the crowd mosh pitting. Like that's just we can read it well. So we just go in there and do it.
If it's a bunch of old people, just yell out bingo numbers.
Yeah.
They'll get excited.
27B, motherfucker. I want to see some hips popping.
Right.
Let's go.
Nice. But yeah, that's the kind of positive energy that some bands should have. You know, just don't be a fucking Debbie Downer and get up there and entertain. Because what I say is like I try to give people their $5 to $10 worth. If they're gonna watch this, I might as well do something, you know, even if it's cost me a chiropractor bill. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's positivity, guys. It's okay.
Yeah. It's all right. We
It's all right.
we don't want everything to be 100% negative just because then everyone's like, well, why do you guys even play music? All you do is bitch. No, there's some fun times. There's some good times. But there's also a lot of shit that we deal with that no one ever wants to talk about.
Right. Yeah, we really like I said, we've been through shit, but it's never anything that will destroy us, you know, like I don't know. It's just
Did the guy that went out to go investigate that strange noise ever come back, or has he been mauled by the dog
that's
man?
me, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was bitten, and I'm probably the next full moon I will become a weird dog.
All right. Well, if you
I've
come down in
seen
my
you before.
direction,
You're halfway there.
I know. Well, I shaved, so I'm like, you know, not.
if you come
Shaved
down
light.
this way, I'll make sure I run your ass over if you get in front of me.
Right.
Hey, y'all, watch this. Ba-thump, ba-thump. We need a southern accent since we're from Indiana.
I got my 4-wheel drive on, boy. I'm gonna go out there and run that motherfucker over.
America. Dump, dump.
Gonna drapes the dead corpse with the American flag.
Great. Some bears.
Nice.
All right, fellas. If you ain't got anything else, you want to plug this song and we'll sign on off because we've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. That's a pretty good episode, I think. You want to
Sure.
let
Yeah.
us know about this new song you guys just dropped?
Yeah.
It's about we went a completely different route from being like I said, a bunch of high school, like, oh, I miss fucking my friends and shit, and now we're like, the gods betrayed us and we're going to bring them to their knees and kill them.
We
We're going a very deep route now. Oh my god. So actually this is really funny that I just thought about this. My bad. I want to say this before this. So I guess my wife's grandma wants us to play in a church, right? Like, she thinks we're awesome. She just loves everything that we do, which is hilarious to me. Just still supportive, but at the same time, she wants us to play at her local church. And I'm like, dude, these new songs are so fucking
Cigar
oh
with the
my
Devil.
god. Yeah, we have this next song. I think it's actually the next single that's coming out. It's called Cigar with the Devil. And it's about Iggy, our mascot. He puts a gun up to his head and shoots the devil because he signed his life away, and he's like, fuck you, basically. He just takes control. Iggy's basically taking control of the life, and this whole album's gonna be badass. I can't wait. It's awesome.
So how does the church feel about this?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
I
But she
mean,
said this puts a lot of shit on us because she's like, before I die, I want you to play at this church. I'm like, wow.
Wow, that's
I know, but that's a lot.
challenge
But she's
accepted.
she's laughing about it, so I was laughing too, and I'll play at a church. It's gonna be funny, but
You might
Just-
actually get new fans if there's no metal up there. I mean, I could see it going good, maybe. I don't
dude,
know.
imagine that, just having a mosh pit and fucking.
I have actually played at a church before, and it was actually a really good show. It was,
Was
very,
it?
it was very awkward though, just because of
Yeah.
the lyrical content.
Right?
So
I feel like back
I
in the
felt like
day,
I was gonna
yeah.
burst into flames, but it didn't happen. So I think you'll be all right.
Didn't happen. So.
I was gonna say, like, even if you get kicked out, what's the matter? You're playing the devil's music, so I shouldn't be surprised I got kicked out of church. So there's a win-win situation here, I guess,
Yeah,
or lose. I don't know.
I don't know how to take it.
There was a venue, quote unquote venue, which was just a basement in the bottom of a church, not too far from where I live, probably about 40 miles from here.
Hmm.
Ed, probably you know where Huntington is, don't you? Between
I've heard of it. Yeah, yeah.
it's just south of Fort Wayne.
Okay.
But the place was called the 502, and they always had metal shows, scene shows, whatever back in the day
Mm.
in the basement. And then we got rolled in there. I was like, "That's a fucking church." It was. So, but it actually was a really good show. So
I feel like when they had all these church shows back in the day, like, I think like they were trying to save the kids' souls, but what happened was they created scenes and like different genres because that's just my thought. I don't know if you
Yeah,
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada, friggin'. There's a lot of
they
big
also
bands
I'm
that were
sure they
like-
all played at churches and because they wanted to get all the kids into to church and they created metalcore. And I
Right.
thought about it that way. Holy
yeah,
shit.
Under Oath. There's a lot of big bands that
are all
Yeah,
those
just-
bands really Christian, or
Wow.
they just fall into that classification because that's what was popular? I've always wondered that, like, how many of these bands are really quote unquote Christian? I think a lot of them just said it just because it was the cool thing to do, and they all got
it's like-
signed to Solid State Records. And
right, yeah. And
We-
it's probably I mean, like, I've always noticed too. I mean, I'm not trying to bash it all, but like, if a band does say they're Christian, or they come from a Christian background, I'll say, they do get a lot of, I'll say, fans from the church and from like other towns of being, that specific church group. I have noticed that.
What's he laughing at? Is he laughing at Christianity?
I don't know. He's probably laughing at me. I don't fucking know. Fuck you. I'm not a good talker.
You're doing fine, sir. You just got mauled by a bear and you're totally calm.
No, it turned out to be just I have a bunny, and I also have fucking wiener dogs. So my wiener dogs were attacking that fucking that rabbit pussy.
Are you a zookeeper on the side? I wonder.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I tame the wild.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, fellas. So again, this is Heavy Lies the Crown. Their song is called, what was it again?
Which one?
Whichever one you sent me.
God's butter.
God's
Yeah,
butter.
it's
God's
God's butter.
butter.
That's butter from up
God's
UP.
butter.
Thanks, guys, for coming out. Been fun
yeah.
talking with you.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Not
Thank
a
you.
problem.
I hope to see
Definitely
you guys
appreciate
again.
Yep.
Or meet you
Exciting.
again.
Here.
We'll make sure to get some good experiences for you at this next show in Kalamazoo.
Yeah, KZ.
We'll make sure it's terrible so we can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Really?
I wish I could see it, but again, my wife decided she wanted to have a birthday. So
Bring her out. It would be a great
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell her you got
Yeah.
you got a birthday surprise for her. Be like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
Lies
got
the Crown,
family
just
coming
happened to
in.
be here."
Yeah, she'd be like, "You're sleeping on the couch." I do anyway. So
you're sleeping on the couch.
If your drummer was at least 18,
We'll come
when you
sleep on
see-
the couch with you. It's all
yeah,
right.
there you go.
when you said
Hey, pull over, I have to come.
this kind of relates to that too. In Kalamazoo, there is a all nude strip club,
Yeah,
but you got to be 18 to get in.
We
So
just have to get him a fake ID just to play shows.
fake beard.
true story. I was still in high school. I was 18, obviously. Me and a couple buddies went up to Kalamazoo, and we went to this place. And the first thing we noticed as we walked in, obviously they're all naked, but the girl on stage was bent over, and she's like, "This is my butthole," and pointed to it.
What?
We were like, "Yes, it is."
That was probably a long drive with Blue Balls. If you still live down there, that's a long drive for Blue Balls.
Well,
You're
I
not
take
gonna
that
be
back. I wasn't in high school. I was actually out of high school. I apparently just graduated because I remember I was working because I ended up blowing like $200 something my entire paycheck for the week on lap dances, and then that was the last time I ever bought lap
That's about the
dances.
time. Yeah, that's about the time I went there, and I'm like, yeah, it's a long drive to have Blue Balls. So I can say.
Oh, that was a long ride home.
So yeah, I couldn't just pull over like this other brand and pa or whatever. Yeah.
All right, fellas, we're gonna
Yeah.
sign off here. This is
Yep.
an interesting conversation. So anyone out there listening, they're like, "What the fuck did we just
Right.
listen to?"
If anything, they'll like this band more.
All right, guys, take it easy. This is God's Butter from Heavy Lies the Crown. See you guys.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
I will